right, welcome back to our controversial podcast, Breaking Controversies. And
Yay.
today is episode
12,
as usual.
11.
Wait, I haven't introduced ourselves.
Yes, it's episode
uh,
11. We are,
as usual, I'm your host, Jihan. And this
it's
is my
me,
co-host.
Q, as usual. Joining us
And
today is Kareem from two
Kareem.
episodes ago. And
Hello, guys.
we have a guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Farin. I'm Q's girlfriend.
Q's what? Girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we did not know that.
That's unexpected. Sure, all right.
Yes,
Q's girlfriend.
plot twist.
Plot twist of
Wait,
the
are you for
century.
real though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, all right, all right. I did not know that. All right. I'm getting distracted.
Yes, you are.
Okay. You're from Depressed, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, right. All right. So this episode, we're gonna, as promised, we're gonna talk about. Actually, we didn't promise anything. We we just said it's a surprise episode, right?
Yes, it was a surprise. And the surprise is we're
Space.
talking
That's a
about
surprise. All right. So first topic. Let's start with icebreakers, I guess. I have a question for you guys.
Mm.
Why do you think humans are so curious about space? I guess we can start with Kareem.
Okay. Can I answer from my background? I'm an Arab,
What
right?
is? All right, sure.
So culturally, from my background, and from actually, I did some research as well. And you see, Arabs are used to live in the desert, and the reason why they're so obsessed with space, because I mean, as Arabs at least, not just humans, is because they used space to guide them. They used all the stars to guide them through the desert. Because if you go to the desert, like nothing to see but like plain, just sand. That's it. And they needed something to guide them. And this is why the stars were always there. And this is why they're really interested in space all the time. It it has a purpose to them at least.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
that would be my
so it's kind
answer.
of like sailing, yeah, like the ocean.
Yeah, just like the ocean, yes.
just like
Actually,
the
like the
ocean.
desert is can really like some people even call camels the ships of the desert because the desert can be it's just like the ocean. There's nothing but sand in the desert and there's nothing but water in the ocean. So, yeah, exactly.
I never actually thought about that, like the desert
Yeah.
being
And
so much like the ocean. And if you think about it, the desert used to be the ocean, right? Like a long
some
time
people
ago.
say so, but like the whole ships of the desert because it's like it's empty and
Yep.
there's no plants technically speaking, and the camel when you ride them have to do a rocking motion like a ship.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
And
mean,
it is. It
because
is.
the best way is to cross the desert is a camel. You know that camels can withstand, a lot of heat and can go on weeks on. So yeah.
huh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
I only heard about that just now. uh,
Yeah.
okay, you Q then. You start.
But yeah, humans are curious creatures because they don't like, and they always want to know about what they don't understand. So uh, yeah, I mean, like you can see it throughout history where people's like, "What is this weird thing? Let's eat it," or "What is this weird thing? Let's touch it." Same thing
No,
happens to space. Same thing happens to space.
wait. With the whole weird thing analogy, it reminded me of like the first
What?
guy who drank cow milk. Is that?
Oh yeah. How did they know that you can drink cow milk? It's like, I mean, they probably use like, humans have these stuff on their chest and cows have the same thing. Let's try it.
Wait, but it's near their pee pee though.
Who
Like,
knows? Who knows about the weirdness of humans?
human. I agree. Humans are
Yeah. Okay.
definitely weird creatures. I
Mhm.
swear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
How about
Feren, what do
you?
you think
Very.
about curious humans?
Want to be alone, I guess. I mean, like, if we're the only intelligent creatures on the whole universe and the universe is really big, then that's just sad, I guess.
It's just sad. So
It's,
humans curious about space because they don't want to get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that. That's pretty reasonable.
I mean, have
mhm.
you ever seen like space and like really like there's no lights around?
Oh yeah, it's
What?
Like,
very. If you
come
see
on,
space without,
it's very in a way it's therapeutic, at least to me.
yes, it is. If you like go out in the desert or at least in
No,
the forest without any
yeah,
lights, you look at the sky like, ah, it's nice.
exactly. You could like once you get a glance at the sky, you get a real understanding of why humans.
I
You get
mean,
obsessed as well.
I get that, but I feel like humans or people think like that when they can see the stars more visible. But in here, there's like barely any stars. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
different in Germany.
Well, yeah, it is a bit different because here the weather is really like not the weather, but the atmosphere. So you can see a lot of constellations, and so clear. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. You know, nowadays a lot of kids, a lot of yeah, I know I'm a boomer, okay, but but
Okay, boomer.
nowadays a lot of kids and a lot of millennials do not have this privilege of looking at the sky and connecting to the sky anymore, and it's really sad because yes, it is like I don't know, for me at least when I it is really therapeutic. It connects you to it
The
gives you
world.
an understanding about like where you are and who you are, and you know, I don't know,
Mhm.
it gives you an appreciation of the universe at least.
Yeah.
Appreciation, yeah, but I feel like it's a bit contradicting though, because wouldn't you like the more you find out about space, the lesser you know about yourself because it's so huge, like we can't even comprehend how big space is.
Mhm.
True, that is true,
True.
but you should keep in mind that we all humans are curious by nature. It's we were born like that, so
Yes.
more curiosity never hurt anyone. So yeah.
True, true. Uh, all right. Should we go into first topic? I actually like this topic a lot. I don't know why.
Well, it's a space episode. Space is fun.
Yeah, space. Anything about space is fun. Like, oh my god. All right. Okay. First topic. This is
First,
the one you got wrong, Q. Like you thought it meant another thing.
no, I was just
Astrology. Yeah, you thought astrology was astronomy. No, what the hell?
no. I said both.
No, no, no. Before when we were like talking about it, remember? Like you
I'm,
were talking, you're talking about astronomy. You said astronomy, but you
yeah,
meant
I
astrology.
was talking about both, but fine, astrology.
To be
Mm.
fair, the old like the how do you say the ancients used to connect them together. Like they used
Yes,
to.
exactly. I'm ancient. I connect
Yeah,
astronomy and astrology.
you're
Oh, you're
you're kind of
before boomer.
yeah. You're pre-boomer.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Jihan, you're older than me. If I'm pre-boomer, you're very, very pre-boomer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the one who connected the two, so you know. But all right, yeah, sure. Anyway, what's you guys star sign? I'm curious.
Okay, who wants to start? Let's start with Varian, our
Yeah,
guest.
let's start with the guest.
Yes,
Star sign was.
Aquarius and the lot.
Wait, was
Oh
or
yeah.
is? What happened?
Okay, I'm Libra.
You Libra?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Libra too. What?
Wait, really?
Oh my god, what is this connection?
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice. How about
Okay.
you, Karim?
Yeah, Kareem.
I'm a Virgo.
I think gonna say you're a virgin, but
I thought so as
Well,
well.
I'm both a Virgo and a Virgin. Not that's any of your business, but yeah.
Hey, you told us, not the other way.
Alright. Okay.
I'm Aquarius, by the way.
When is your birthday?
January.
Wow,
See?
January. I mean, yeah, when?
Uh, um, someday between the 1st and the 30th.
Wow, okay. That's so specific. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'm gonna guess it's between 20 to 30th.
Yes, you are correct.
All right. So anyway, do you guys actually believe in those stuff? Like how different star signs have different what do you call it? Personalities?
Depends on how you take it, though. Because I found like there are some similarities between all 12 signs. But if you read about your star sign enough, you start believing that you have those uh, personality traits, and then you start exhibiting said personality traits. It's a sort of you read it and you believe it, and so you act it out instead of you read it and then you're like, ah, yes, I am this.
Hmm. How
That
about you? What do you think, Verin? Do you believe in star signs?
Who, me?
No, I said Verin, not
Varen.
Kareem.
Varen.
Yeah, Verin.
very Kareem.
She's cutting out.
Uh,
I think she's gone again.
All right, Kareem. I guess. I guess.
Okay, I guess. Okay, whatever. Okay, anyway, so, it's weird. Okay, I don't believe in it. My opinion is quite weird. Listen, I'm a religious person, first of all. So when it comes to religious people, we shouldn't follow these things. Like we shouldn't believe it. But a lot of people believe in it anyway, even if they are religious. I know some religious people who believe in it immensely. So to me personally, I think when it comes to horoscopes, at least, I let's just say I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic on everything that is fortune telling. To be honest.
Wait, what's yours
But
again?
I'm a
Virgo,
Virgo.
Virgin.
Right. Sorry, I forgot you're a virgin.
I'm the virgin. Okay. Um. Okay, she's gone.
Yeah, continue.
Continue.
So yeah. Um. So yeah. So I do believe it. I don't believe in it, or I don't follow it. But at the same time, I do believe that there is forces in the universe that we cannot understand, and they do exist. This is why it's like my opinion is quite weird because I think it might be true, but yeah, I just don't follow it that much personally, and I don't think anyone should. That's my opinion.
That is your opinion. How
Yes.
about Feren? What's your opinion about star signs? Do you believe in them?
No, not really. I think they're kind of like bullshit, I guess.
Hmm? Why?
Something just people used to. I don't know.
Yeah, something that just people used to
Believe
just
stuff.
to to comfort themselves
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
to comfort
future and
themselves.
about
Like,
yeah. I agree with that.
Mhm.
and usually sartans are like, for example, like Libra have to be this, and it sort of limits people, I guess. For me, it's kind of like that.
Hmm.
That's a interesting way. How about
Mm.
our fellow Libra?
uh, Personally, I don't believe in them. Like, yeah, I mean, I just read it to make me feel good or something like that.
Take the good stuff,
Exactly.
ignore the bad stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is this?
But
Okay.
I feel like, in my personal opinion, star signs, the way they write it is it's it's too broad. Like anyone can relate to it because it covers everything. You get what I mean?
True. Yeah, true.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yes.
true.
So you can't. I mean, like you can't say like, oh yeah, that sounds like me. That's the thing. It sounds like you, but it's not really you. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
you,
yeah,
but not really you.
Sometimes it can even be on point, but it can be
Yeah,
just a coincidence.
yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah,
these
because
things
every
It's
happen.
more.
person is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, every person is different, exactly. So
So sometimes you get it the same. Like I remember reading a whole bunch of posts like this on Instagram. I'm like, I look at this post, I say, oh yeah, that's quite accurate. And then I see the post, the second post related to that, and I'm like, oh no, this is not match at all. So it's always coincidences.
Mm, yeah.
yeah.
How
And
about you, Q?
I just said I was cute.
Oh.
That, what's this?
Right, right. I got a bit. I got distracted. Sorry.
Yeah, by the
No, cause
shocking revelation earlier.
no, I'm trying to cause I'm reading up the star sign too at the same time. So
Oh, I see. I mean, like the whole point about star signs, it's almost the same with Chinese
it,
zodiac, basically.
I heard like a few years back they actually like introduced a new star sign or something. I don't remember what it was or what's
The
it called,
13th.
but because huh the 13th, yes,
The 13th star sign. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and because of that, if that is included in the star sign chart, I would be a Scorpio, which is I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
Oh, it's oh my god.
But
But
How do you even pronounce this?
what?
Ophiuchus?
Ophiuchus? I don't know.
wait, let me
Ophi
Google it.
Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus.
That sounds Greek.
Of course, all of them are Greek.
It's kind of weird, actually. It's it's kind of weird. Like, why are they all Greek? It's because
Because the
most
Greeks like looking at the stars.
they did, and they named everything. The thing
Yeah.
is, these things were not like the astrology and the astrology like how do you call it? Like the knowledge of astrology was not mastered by the Greeks or the Europe like these people. It was mastered by the Babylon, the Chinese, the Indians,
But I think
I
maybe
think
the Arabs.
it's just the one that got popular
yeah,
faster, probably.
not popular fast. I think it's because of the Crusades and it's Europe the one that
Oh yeah, yeah,
anyway.
true,
It
true.
throw back to
Maybe
the history one. History is written by the victors, and since Greece and slash Macedonia conquered most of Europe, they're the famous ones,
maybe.
Yeah,
which
it
is like
reminded me. It kind of reminded me of like how um living classification of living things are Latin. You know,
mm-hmm,
it's-
yeah.
there's no actually reason why they're Latin, but you know because Latin is the academic language of like way back then, I guess. Wait, where are we?
We were just talking about the 13th sign.
Right, right.
Oh my god, what is this?
uh, uh, and you guys want to put any more input? I guess because that's all for me. I like pretty much
Yeah, I guess we are all skepticals here.
We're all
So
skepticals here.
why are we even talking about this?
because it's controversy.
It's
That's why.
Nobody,
controversial. I mean, like,
but nobody here in this podcast believes in it.
I
yeah,
mean,
even though
It's kind of weird.
I have a friend Wulan. She believes in those kind of stuff, but
Yeah,
she's
I have
busy
a
right now.
friend
So
as well.
I have a I have
I
a
was
That
hoping
believes
friend
we
in.
could get it, but
I have a friend who's so skeptical he bought is it
Uh,
tarot cards just to figure out how it works.
What? That
What?
doesn't make
You,
any sense.
you know the tarot cards, the one that the Joker, the Hanged Man, all of that stuff, how they can
I
quote
I
unquote
know tarot
future.
cards.
Yeah, so
Actually, I know a lot about tarot cards.
yeah,
If you
so my
talk
friend,
about
he's so skeptical on how horoscopes work. He bought a deck of tarot cards just to figure out how does it actually work. How does flipping up cards actually do the future? And he's like, nah, man, this is just randomness and people.
well, it's actually not randomness. When it comes to tarot reading, um, so I've been actually doing a lot of tarot in the past 3 days, coincidentally. Um,
coincidentally.
and
Coincidentally.
I've been looking a lot into that. There's a name, I think you should look it up. I'll tell you about it. It's Marie Anne Leonore Mand. Has anyone heard of her?
No, is
She
she?
is she
Give me
is
five
one of the
seconds.
she is one of the yeah, Google it. She's one of the
Uh,
first people to ever like create tarot reading and tarot cards. And she
Marie
used to
who?
be what?
Never mind.
She's a she's a fortune teller. She lived in the 1772 till 1848. She was a professional fortune teller, meaning she actually made a fortune out of fortune telling because for real, and her predictions were always right.
What
So
was her
like
name?
Marie Anne Lenormand.
Do you think she
Lenormand.
can? Do you think she can tell me
Ah,
if
got it.
if I'm gonna pass my EDAC class or
Well, I think I think she could. She
not?
predicted a lot of. She predicted crazy things. She predicted Napoleon
Napoleon.
loss in Russia.
Oh yeah.
She's the first one to say that he's gonna lose there. She used to be. Um, she predicted the death of a lot of French emperors, and you know.
Ooh,
So
creepy.
yeah, it's crazy. And she's the one who created what is called tarot after the creation of playing cards, which is something not a lot. I don't think a lot of playing cards are were created before tarot cards, and then tarot cards were created because of them, because of playing cards. So yeah, and until today, a lot of people who believe in fortune telling, if you're a master of the Mary and Leonard card deck,
Mhm.
if you know how to read it, it's it's considered one of the most accurate fortune telling ways. Now my question is like why or how or like how could someone like do you guys believe these things can are possible, like someone could actually predict the future in this accurate way?
For me, like I don't believe in it, but at the same time, I can't explain it.
Yes, no one
Yeah,
can. That's the thing.
it's like it's the future. It's like the future is uncertain, and if you can predict it, then either you're a fraud or you really have some powers. It's
how
either or.
how about you, Varen? What do you think about tarot cards and tarot reading?
I think it depends on the person. Like there are some frauds, like um, that's like maybe if like the person is actually use the proper techniques, maybe it's okay. But if they're just doing for show and money, I guess, then no.
It's
Mm.
kind of that would be like scamming people, yeah.
Yeah, but like you can get
Yeah,
a
I mean
fortune about that.
scammers are there,
Scammers,
but
yes.
scammers scammers are there,
Scammers.
but uh, but for example, this woman I'm talking about, she made a fortune out of it, and she never scammed anyone.
Yeah.
Her fortune telling was always right. So I don't know. But do you believe it's like do you believe some people can actually see the future?
That depends really. I mean, if you look back in Greek history, for example, there's like five separate oracles dedicated to Apollo to that dictate the future.
Yeah.
There's like the famous one, the Oracle of Delphi, then the four lesser known ones, but like the fact that people actually believe it and some of it may or may not come true is, I don't know. Some
Or for
people,
example, Nostradamus.
oh
Everybody knows Nostradamus
yeah, yeah,
and his predictions. So yeah, it's something to think about.
yeah.
Personally, I think, for example, when it comes to tarot reading, because it's personal, because you can see the person.
Doing the
Astrology is
reading.
just astrology is just read your fortune, right? But when
Yeah.
it comes to tarot reading, you're sitting with a person most of the time. If you're not
Mhm.
reading to yourself, of course, and
Yeah.
you're like, and the person can fortune tell and give you your future. I think personally, when it comes to that kind of fortune telling, it's about how um, good the person you're sitting with in reading you as a,
Yeah.
because some people have this gift. Like I know people who have this gift. They can tell you your future. They can tell you what's gonna happen to you, and they base it off of your
Personality. Yeah.
and your traits.
Hmm.
So yeah, it can be this, can be that. I don't know.
Oh
That's
yeah, I think there
yeah.
was. My parents told me about that. This person, she can predict about not the future, but predict about someone's personality by their handwriting. So, sort of similar, I guess.
Oh, I know someone
Yeah.
like that. He looked at my messy and figured out that I have some underlying problems,
Uh,
and they're
Yeah.
kind of accurate. Oops,
you know,
too fast.
if 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 someone with that ability sees my handwriting, they're gonna probably say like, "Oh my god, she's so effed."
Now, like it
She's all
depends on
over the
how,
place.
or for example, your signature. From your signature alone, they can figure out with every stroke and stuff like if you have problems or if you are unsure about something in life.
Well, that's right. That's
Yeah.
true. But the
Yeah.
thing about the thing that really breaks this theory is when it comes to tarot cards is that you're taking a set of cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now the
Shuffled it.
fortune to yeah, you shuffled it. You take a set of you take like a couple of cards and they open the cards and these cards mean something about your life. Now
Mm-hmm.
here's the problem: the 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 chances of you getting these cards is actually like these getting these set of cards is actually really low.
Yeah.
So so yeah, if they were always accurate, then you gotta be like, what? Like, hold on, what's happening here?
Yeah.
You know,
But
It's
isn't it
like
just like probability though?
it is probability, yeah.
it is
But
probability, but like
when it comes to tarot reading, from my from what I've read,
experience.
is that yeah from no from what I yeah from my research,
Yeah.
I found out that people believe that this probability is affected, supernatural forces
Mm-hmm.
that affects what you're gonna get from the cards.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The
true.
first card I pulled when I was doing tarot reading was the devil. So
Oh damn.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean,
I kind of expected it, but I didn't realize it would actually happen. So
See, yeah, like stuff like that is what makes you really think.
yeah, it's true. Right. I was gone for a bit there. Sorry, but I'm gonna switch up the topic a bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So alien,
Okay.
aliens.
aliens. Do you guys believe in aliens?
Well,
Like
well,
how
Let's
about
start with the
let's
guest
start
first.
with yeah,
uh, oh,
aliens. Farron.
Federer.
um, like I want to believe, but there's no evidence so far. But like there's
Exactly.
also no evidence that they don't exist either. So yeah, I'm just
Hmm.
confused right now.
You're like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Now here's this thing: the possibility of them existing is quite high, but the probability of us finding them is really so.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because the
true.
observable universe is 46 billion light years. It's like a huge number. So yeah, good luck
I think it's
finding it.
more than huge.
So good. It's yeah. It's even harder than the saying finding a needle in a haystack. I think that's a
Yes.
way understatement.
Yeah.
So
I
so
mean,
yeah. Good luck
to
finding
solve that, finding a needle in a haystack.
what.
You know how to actually find a needle in a haystack?
Use a
Use
magnet.
magnets.
So that means we need our own magnet if we want to find aliens.
Well, you gotta know what kind of magnet, because
That is true.
we've already sent tons of signals to space, and still got nothing.
Yeah, but that's on the assumption that these aliens have a brain capacity at least equal to ours to have a civilization.
Yeah, true.
Like, what if we found aliens, but they're just like alien dogs or something? Alien.
Alien dogs? What?
I just said the first animal that came to my mind.
Yo, I want to see an alien dog. What?
But like, maybe they exist, alien dogs and alien cats. Don't know if they can communicate to us, right?
You know
Yeah,
that statement actually got me thinking. Like, if signals takes time to reaches other places, right? What if
yeah,
an alien actually sent us a signal, but it was like a million of years ago?
Time is relative.
When
exactly.
basically when we were still cavemen.
Yeah, we had a debate about this.
Exactly. I want to bring that up. Like, yeah, we had a debate about this, and the motion was if if we found an alien civilization, uh, and we don't know how technologically advanced they are, would you make the first move to contact them? So I know like what Q debated on. So I'm gonna ask uh Verin first. What do you think? What would you do?
Sorry, what was the question?
If we found an alien civilization, would you make the first contact or you wait for them? And why, obviously.
I'll probably wait for them because, like, yeah, we don't know what they can do, what they're like. I mean, one of the things I've read on the internet, on Tumblr, I think, was that like humans are like really, really cruel things. So that might make them afraid. So better let them come to us.
Mhm. Sounds
You know what I think? I think humans are greedy. If we ever find alien um
civilization.
Resources.
civilizations, yeah, resources exactly. That's the
Yeah,
first thing
exactly.
we're gonna think about. We're
Mm,
just greedy
yeah,
sons of.
we are technically like the Earth is getting. I mean, before Corona, like humans are decline. I mean, the planet is declining, and instead of finding ways to fix it, we opted to try and evacuate. And
Yep,
then, like, and if we do that, to go to a new planet without fixing our current planet, how do we know we won't be the same for that planet? Like humans don't really learn from their mistakes that easily.
true.
Moving on from that question, then I'm more like
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
the aliens make contact with you first, then what would you do?
Do you want me to speak on the behalf of all evil, or
Yeah, sure.
on?
On the
Well, in that case, on behalf of all evil on Earth, we shall fight back, take their resources, and use their ship to explore the stars.
wait. Well, I thought you meant like on behalf of like all people, not.
No, I said all evil on Earth.
Oh
Because,
my god.
as
No.
Kareem said, us
Yeah,
evil
we are
people, we are like, look, these guys just gift wrapped spaceship for us. Let's take it back to the stars. Like, really,
exactly.
some people will think of that.
I feel like if aliens found us first, and we get to like discover space more. We're gonna be like the noob players, you know.
Technically speaking, there's like what, two, three versions about humans on space. We're either so bad at it, people don't want to talk to us, or we're so good at it that no one else has invented space travel yet, or they just don't know we're here because we're too far off on the planet. Yeah.
If I was
By
an
the way,
alien, what?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
What?
if
Oh,
you were an
if I was
alien,
an if I was an alien, I would not go anywhere near Earth. I swear to God.
I mean, if you want to have a
well,
view
what
of
makes you
how
think?
humans are,
Hold
look
up,
at the
what makes you
internet.
think? What makes you think you're gonna be better than?
No, I mean better or worse, I still don't want to go to Earth. I'm a human and I still don't want to be on Earth. What?
See,
So,
that's the future of human race. Even human.
so.
Yeah, what were you gonna say though?
Oh me. So yeah, what was I gonna say? I lost it.
You lost it?
It'll come back. It'll come back.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back. Even
All right. So therein you said there's no evidence proving that aliens exist, right? Something like that. So you said that there's not much evidence proving aliens exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about like the UFO sightings and stuff like that people reported on, and what do you think about like the recent uh, news that the U.S. military, what do you call it, released UFO sighting footage?
Well, I can think of several reasons. Like one of them is like maybe uh is they're not UFOs, but like maybe experimental technology that the government tried to cover up.
Area 51. Sorry. Continue, please.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think she's
several.
right. I think she's
I just,
right.
I
I
just
think she's
distracted
right.
everyone.
She's absolutely right. No,
Right,
even about
let the woman speak. What the heck?
okay.
I mean, is she done speaking or what?
Speak, woman.
Oh, I was gonna say something else, but then you distracted me.
Yeah, Kareem, stop talking. My God.
She said Q. Don't
I,
blame the boomer.
I, of course, we blame the boomer.
No,
Anyway,
you know why I always invite
Respect your
Kareem.
elders.
You know why I always want to bring Kareem to this podcast,
Why?
so everyone can bully him.
Thank you, Jihan.
you're welcome.
You're
Uh,
welcome. You're welcome.
Anyway, you wanted to say
God.
something before we distracted you?
Okay, I forgot.
So you did.
It'll come back. It'll come
It will come
It'll
back.
back.
We are only human.
Yeah. So
But
talking about Viren's idea, actually, that it might be really advanced technology. I think it's actually extremely advanced technology shown yet, and they caught it by mistake on
the
their
public did.
cameras. Yeah, not the public, but like if they caught it by mistake. Actually, there is something weird about one of the pilots was laughing.
Hmm.
Like, why
Wait,
would
what?
you laugh? And if you listen to the recording, you will hear the pilot laughing and saying, "Look at her go." It's like
It's like he's
if this
proud.
is yeah, he's like proud of it. Like if this is a UFO, you should be
Scared?
not yeah, you should be scared or
Suspicious,
shocked,
scared,
suspicious,
normal
not
human
not
emotion.
exactly, not laughing and saying, "Look, what?" I don't get it.
I mean, what if
I
that's just
mean,
how he copes with fear? Like some people are like that. I'm like that a bit.
True.
Okay, that's a weird pilot, but yeah, okay. Because he's a pilot, he's in the military. Like,
Mm,
should know how to react. I think. I
that
don't
is
know.
true.
It's a weird reaction anyway. I'm not trying to set a new conspiracy theory here, but yeah, it is a weird reaction.
I mean, speaking of conspiracy theories, we can talk about the some people actually believe that it's fake, which is hilarious because one of the arguments is that it was filmed somewhere, but the filming technology at the time is actually easier to go to space than actually film the space landing,
The space
like
landing?
the moon landing.
We landed in space.
We
Space
landed
landing.
in space.
We did
Moon,
land in space technically.
we did land in space, moon space. But anyway, some people actually believe that it's fake and that it's easier to make a movie about it. But at the time, it's more probable to go to space and actually make a really good movie about it because the film industry really boomed after 1976.
So you believe that the moon landing actually happened?
Yes, I actually
Kareem, are
do.
you saying otherwise?
Are you saying that you believe that it's fake? Are you next gonna say that the Earth is flat?
I'm a boomer, remember? No,
No.
Oh my god.
no,
You're like
no,
the
no, no,
worst
no,
kind of boomers
no.
out
I'm
there.
What
not.
kind of
No, no, no. I'm
disappointing?
not saying it. I'm not saying it happened.
Wow.
I'm. I'm
Hashtag
just.
Kareem's a boomer.
Why do
Hashtag
I do this
Kareem
to
doesn't
myself?
believe in moon landing.
No, no. That's not what I was saying. I'm just.
I'm gonna put that in the description of the video.
God.
Oh, and
Sometimes I
Instagram
think I
too.
just hate myself. Anyway, no. What I'm trying to say, I'm just trying to be. The thing is, there's a tons of evidence to the conspiracy theory that it didn't happen, such as the footage from the plus signs on the camera. One of them was hidden behind a rock. Explain that, for example.
One of the what?
The
If
plus
you,
signs?
yeah, remember when the moon landing, there is like plus signs on the camera. I don't know why. I don't know their purpose. I think it's to determine scales or something. And one of these signs were actually hidden behind a rock, even though it should be on the camera. So a lot of people
It
say
should
that
be in front of it.
yeah, it should be in front of the rock, not behind it, because it's on the camera, not on the surface of the moon. So yeah, this is weird. What else? I've looked a lot into this. No, I do believe that it happened, but the evidence of it not happening, like there's a lot of it.
Yeah,
So
maybe
yeah.
maybe the moon landing did happen, but maybe some other people who actually wanted it to be,
Okay, and
and that's the one that was leaked.
what about the astronauts dying one by one landed?
Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah. The astronauts. Yeah, yeah. Kareem, please explain.
I wait, I haven't. Do you know
You,
about it?
I've
Wait.
heard about it. Yes, it was discussed briefly in
Now
that one of those sci-fi movies.
I yeah, I haven't researched it recently. What I remember is that like after they landed, a lot of pilots started like dying of accidents or something
Mhm.
happening. The only pilot that didn't die was most famous one, the second one who landed on the moon.
Yeah, his
Wait,
name was.
Um,
so like
uh,
they
what
landed
was his name?
wait,
What was
they
his name
died
again?
from like accidents or
Yeah, like
Yeah,
coincidental accident.
coincidentally, they
And
died
by the way, I'm
after.
making quotations with my fingers. But
We can
yeah,
hear it.
I
yeah.
mean, honestly, in my opinion, yeah, like everyone's gonna die anyway, maybe like
Yeah,
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 like they're dead, you
but
know, like
like it's happening right
but like not
after.
more than one person and not right after the moon landing. It's kind of weird.
I mean, it's like it's after the moon landing, right? And then
You know,
those people who were involved in that dying. It's like all of the people. It's like if it's a random chance, it's fine. But this is like all these people who had hands in the moon landing are starting to die. Isn't that the sound a bit
except
suspicious?
and the weird part is all of them except the most famous one, the
Yes,
one who was the face of the moon landing.
yes, yes.
So come on, man. But I
Like
think I don't think it was filmed or because the moon landing did it. I think you see. I believe that every lie has some kind of truth. So every conspiracy theory always have some kind of truth hidden in it that
Yeah,
nobody
and
knows.
starts it.
So something happened there. I don't know what it is. I don't think it was that the moon landing was fake. I think it was something entirely different.
What
And
if they
some
just
secret was there and they needed to hide it. Maybe.
what if they just like got radiation or something like that?
No, no, no. The deaths were like a car accident or something like, you know.
But how does
They
that
didn't
relate
just.
to the moon at all?
Because the ones
No,
that died
because
are more than one
in.
person who was related to the moon landing died
Okay,
from
No,
it.
no,
let me
no,
It's
no.
not
let
I'm
me look
talking
it up.
about how they died. How does that relate to the moon aside from the fact they just went to the moon? There's no cars and moons. You know,
no, no,
you
no.
get what I
They
mean?
died.
No,
They
after
died
they
on Earth.
landed.
They died on Earth,
Like
but
on impact or wait, what's
no, no,
going
no,
on?
no. So basically, the guys that came back, they survived. But months and years after, media started dying.
Wait, months and years after.
Okay, dude,
I
there's
forgot the
like a
time frame.
whole list of space flights. No, 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 that's not it. Okay, sorry. Continue.
It's like the time frame after the moon landing. The and some conspiracy theories is like the government is trying to hush it up because they found tie up loose ends. You can't really kill the famous ones like Buzz Aldrin or Neil Armstrong because they're the face of the moon landing. But the lesser known ones, the one that we've forgotten the names of, those you can secretly hush hush, some people say.
Well, what I'm getting in my head is like the conspiracy like I think of is what if they saw something on the moon or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, maybe.
you know
And
It can
maybe,
be
maybe
any secret. It can
anything.
be.
The point is, someone who wants to keep it hush hush.
Yeah. Sometimes I believe that some conspiracy theories are made by people themselves that, you know,
That
did the
want,
moon landing. And like the
yeah,
conspiracy theories are made by NASA
yeah,
sake,
yeah, to
to hide a bigger secret,
yeah
something that
to hush something up, right?
yep, to hide something up.
Yeah,
It might.
like the whole issue of the moon landing being some.
And we're now a conspiracy theory channel.
Yeah,
I
Congratulations.
that's the
mean, yeah,
whole.
that's the whole
That's the
point.
whole
What?
point.
That's the whole goal of this
Oh,
podcast. What
okay,
the heck?
sure, sure.
Oh my God. What do you think, Feren? You've been silent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been so quiet.
So what do you
What do you
think,
think
Varen, about the moon landing?
is the moon landing?
Well, I did read somewhere that like some say, they said that apa ya, the footprint, yeah, the footprint on the video is like it's different from the one that the boots that the astronaut wear. So yeah, some say that it's fake, but then someone else said that it's because uh there's the boots that's on display are the inner part of the suit, and the one that's on the moon surface is the
Exosuit.
outer boots.
Hmm.
Yeah, something like
Like,
that.
yeah, I've read that online and on trusted sources, by the way.
Trusted
That
sources. Is this
yeah,
Reddit? If it's not, I
no, no,
don't
no,
know.
no. It's actual trusted sources, but I've forgotten the sources. But it's trusted because it's not Reddit. But like
Then
the
I
if you want
don't
to go
want it.
fine, but the point is, if you want to go to space, the space has radiation, and therefore you need multiple layers of suits. If you want to go on the moon, you still need some layers of suits. And to take off from the moon, even though you have less gravity, you still need to reduce some weight. That's why people like leave some of their suits behind to basically balance out the extra moon dust and moon rock that they take from for samples and stuff. Which is
I
why,
never thought about that. Huh.
oh my god, Tian. But yeah, what's the next space related controversy
Um,
to talk about?
actually, that's all I have. Like, I was gonna introduce the whole moon landing conspiracy and stuff as a third topic, but you guys gonna just talked it anyway. So for me, actually.
Cool.
How about you
Very
guys? Do you have
cool.
anything to add?
Not much.
How about you, Varen?
No,
Anything?
not really.
Not really, no?
No.
Okay. How about you, Q?
I'm good. I'm because if I kept going, we would be here for a while. So that's all from me
Yeah, right.
today.
It's we're actually on time. Yeah, we're pretty on schedule. I'm a bit surprised because
Yay!
it's a very chill topic. I don't know. It's pretty fun
It's
this
pretty
episode.
chill, but also pretty controversial.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
All right. All
All
right.
right.
So that's all for today's episode. For Breaking Controversy podcast.
Oh my god.
Um, right.
Why
So
are you laughing?
next episode is we're gonna talk about mental health again because we wanna check up on you guys because I
And
think we did
us,
mental health like four
4 5
episodes
ish
ago.
weeks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And there's gonna be a guest, of course. Kareem has been insisting.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you've been insisting this guest for like 2 weeks now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do.
So stay tuned for that. Uh, anyway, I'm Jihan, your host, and I
And
have here.
Q, your co-host with a Q.
Oh
And
my
I'm
god.
Karim, and I'm just Karim. I don't know what. I don't have a title.
Karim the Boomer.
Kareem the
Yeah,
boomer.
Karim the boomer. Yes, the cool boomer.
No, just boomer.
Yes, Boomer.
No.
And our guest, Ferrin from the press.
All right, and thank you, Bachelors, for listening to us, for staying tuned like until episode 11. Can't believe it's already been like it's episode 11 already. Time goes
Yep.
fast. Anyway,
Yep. Yep.
so that's all from us for this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.